Alright guys, what's up? This is the Culture Channel. Please remember to like and subscribe. We're here today with our friend Zach Merkendorfer. He's starting to make his own music. He's also on SoundCloud. We'll put the link in the description. Alright Zach, tell us your background. Why'd you start making music?
Well, I mean, I've always been like a poet, like as a lot of rappers kind of start off as, and I just kind of figured like just chilling with my friends Harris and Jake, like that's my crew right there, that I would like, kind of maybe give it a try. I'm like kind of around them and they're just like spewing out freestyles like left and right, and I just figured why not like try to write a song up. And at the time, this was like about like March or so. Like I kind of was in like a darkish place. Like I didn't really like know where I was going. I was kind of stuck with like past passions and stuff. Wasn't exactly sure like what I really wanted to do, and like just kind of looking for something new. So I figured like why not. I ended up writing like some just random lyrics. It just kind of started with listening to the beat, and I was like, oh okay, I can like make lyrics to it, and that's kind of what I ended up doing.
Alright, I know your rap name is Balance.
Mhm.
How did you decide on that name rather than anything else?
Balance, I don't know. Like there were a few names originally that I was thinking of. It was between Balance, of course, and I'm trying to remember. Like shit. Like there were a couple names too, but they were like kind of really out there. But like what came to mind with Balance is just like I feel like that's a good word that describes me, because like I've got a lot of different interests in my life. I've kind of been a well-balanced person. Like there's a lot of like good aspects to me, and like I see that perspective in myself and there's a lot of bad aspects with myself too that I see. So like, and that's kind of with anyone too, like like depending on perspective, because that's kind of what life is at the end of the day. It's kind of like based on like everyone's perspective. And so I just decided, that's a cool concept, yin and yang, balance. Like there's good and bad aspects like to everything, so why not talk about that, because that's just reality. So
Alright, so what do you like incorporating in your music? What kind of style do you have?
I'd say my style is kind of pretty diverse, but it's really straightforward. Like with my lyrics, it's not like this kind of new age type of stuff. Like I mean, I do appreciate some of it. It's fun to get turned up to like Lil Uzi, like all my friends are dead, push me to the edge, all that kind of shit. But it's more so like I feel like I really try to drive lyricism and try to give a message in each song that I put out. That's my main focus. Like I want someone, when they're listening to my music, to like get something from it and and like interpret it in their own way. Maybe different from the way I originally wrote it, but I just want people like to get a message from what I'm saying. And in regards to like actual like the process of it, like I'd say my flow is kind of varies. Like I like the faster, kind of fast-paced flow, like the Logic type like stuff, the Kendrick, going up and down. But I don't think I'm there as a rapper yet. I'm still, developing. But yeah, I like the aggressive, kind of fast-paced type stuff, like from Logic, maybe like a little bit of Tupac, Big Sean, like all that stuff. That's probably what I go for.
So when did you like officially start rapping?
I tried it this past March, like I said, like literally. Like I've always been around music. My best friend Harris, Jack, who also goes by Pronto Valley, which I think he's the dopest guy from around here besides Wheel Kogu, if you guys are familiar with him. Yeah, he's for sure. I think he's the standard. But I've always been around him. Always been around his original group. John Matthews, CJ Hales, those are big influences of me too. Those are some dope artists that still make music too. But yeah, I've always, I've always been kind of around it. It's always been a background. And originally, like as I said, like it's always been in my background. Like my uncle, he has his own band, like a folk rock type stuff. Like I've always loved music, so like, and I've always had that passion for writing and poetry. So like, as I was kind of lost in myself this past March, like I mentioned, I was like, why not give it a try?
So starting out, since this hasn't even been like a full year yet, what are the like struggles or obstacles you faced?
Just really trying to find myself again. Like after graduating high school, like those past 6 years, like what really got me through it was track and running. And Paris, like having been former teammates, like the passion and the drive I had for it. Like I loved each moment of it, and I just wanted to be the best runner I could be. And yeah, that's the mentality I had every race, every practice I went through. No matter if I was, the fastest guy on the team or the slowest or whatever. But yeah, like it was just really after high school that struggle of finding something new, and like I tried to find it in a lot of different places, but I really couldn't. And like I was in literally like a state of limbo, I guess, during that entire time. Like I didn't know where I was going. Like I had a job, but that was kind of all that was going for me. Like I was gonna go into the Army, but that didn't really work out. So yeah, it's just that's been like the main struggle, I would say, and just kind of coping with that. And really, I think that's another big thing, like in my music too. It's just like one of the main themes is just trying to find yourself, and that's like with my first song, Soul Searching. It's all about really trying to find yourself and facing your demons and overcoming that. And I think everyone our age, like 19, 18 years old, 17 years old, like we're all trying to figure out who we're becoming. And I think that's like a big theme that I'm going for. And like, yeah, like that's kind of the main struggle.
I feel you. So
I think everyone can relate to it too. I mean,
like, so who's like your inspiration for rap? Like, what artists like got you into hip hop, or any person in your life like who got you into rap?
Paris, Jack and Jack, Pronto Valley, no doubt about that. Like I'm not being cliche, but really, like that's the person I started because I was pure rock and roll, heavy metal, like ever since I started listening to the music, like third grade. And then like I mentioned with my uncle, being around him, yeah, like I appreciate all that music, like even to this day. But and I consider that kind of my roots too. But like Harris really was the one, and I just started listening. Like I think pretty much everyone starts off listening to Eminem, but yeah, like I started listening to Eminem, then it transferred to Lil Wayne, then it transferred like to Tech Nine, to Kanye West, to like all these different artists and stuff. And yeah, but like mainstream artists or like somewhat mainstream, if you want to like talk about that, like those guys influencing me, I'd say definitely Logic. I'd say Tupac. I'd say Kendrick Lamar. Eminem, of course.
Yeah.
Like this is kind of a combination of all these guys, really.
Alright, so as an artist now, like what do you do day to day? Like what's your plan every day to like make new music, put it out there, put yourself out there? What do you do every day?
Well, lately, like especially when I come out with a new song, I try to reach out to people and let it be known that I'm making music now. And like a lot of people, I don't think they see that reputation in me, like or have yet. And they're like, Zach Merkendorfer making music, like what the hell is up with this? Like he's trying to rap, it's just some other like white suburban kid trying to rap and like be something that he's not. I don't know, that's like kind of what I see, at least people thinking maybe, but that could be totally wrong, who knows?
Yes.
But really, but like going back to like about myself and how I prepare myself, it's just like I said, getting my name out there, trying to like, see if people like my music or that I put out, like what's their input, like what's their feedback, like what I can improve on, what they like, dislike, etc. And also in the musical aspect, like actually songwriting and stuff, it really it can be spontaneous, but at the same time, like something really random can inspire me. Just like throughout the day. And like I think you have to have that as an artist, like as a writer. as a rapper, you have to like see stuff throughout the day and just think of like random lyrics and just like, like rhyme and put stuff together like that. And I try as much as possible. I remember my high school creative comp teacher told me if you ever get like inspiration or whatever, or like you think of like a set of words or whatever, like write it down immediately. And I try to like stay true to that. Like I try to like write it down in my notes, or like on my phone, or I don't really carry like a journal or anything, like notepad with me, so I just like to write it down on like my phone and such. So, and I try to dedicate a good amount of time, like a little, meaning maybe like 30 minutes, but also it could be longer, to like 4 hours or so, just like writing, just coming up with ideas, brainstorming, just basic stuff like that. And lately I've been in the studio a lot, at Harris's, garage. Like he's got a good setup there. But just working with him and Jake and Anthony Halbert, just on music and stuff. So just like on recording and just coming up with ideas and brainstorming as a group.
All right, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe. This is our boy Zach Merkendorfer.
Check out his music.
Yeah, check out his music.
House
It'll be in the
Records.
description.
Or Balance on SoundCloud. We're
Let's
gonna be
go.
having videos up on YouTube soon enough.
All right, peace out, guys. We'll
See
see
ya.
you in a bit.
Holy God, kind of resurrection. Rose from the dirt, dug out of regression.